Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brian, the Over 60 guy. It's been a minute since I've talked about another topic like AI and Bitcoin. And today I just want to spend a few minutes discussing this topic. I'd like to give you a quick update for June. There's a lot going on in both spaces. If you don't have time for this talk, just send me an email, over60guy@hotmail.com, and ask for my notes. I'm making my notes available to you on this topic. They're not so deep that they're gonna cover all the ins and outs perfectly, but they are notes where you can go in and dig in and dive in certain areas that you might find interesting. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome, and give a like and subscribe. We talk about all things health, AI, Bitcoin, travel, and faith. So it's a kind of a nice mix for important topics for us who are approaching 60, in our 60s, or over 60. So today I want to talk about AI space, like is AI replacing your doctor? That's smarter, more capable than ever. Is it replacing jobs? What does Apple, Google think as far as safety? What does it mean for you, all this stuff in AI? And then on the Bitcoin, ETFs are changing the game. Bitcoin is soon become a national asset. Infrastructure, institutions are loading up, and the price forecast, Bitcoin mining, and more. So stick around. I'd like to talk about a little bit about this over the next few minutes. It's important to us, as we approach our 60s, because it deals with, our health, our money, and our future. And let's face it, Bitcoin could one day AI could one day replace your doctor, and Bitcoin could replace the dollar. As the back currency. And so by educating yourself on these topics now, you won't be left in the dust in the future. And so what do I mean by AI could replace your doctor? Well, AI is being used to detect cancer detection. AI is being used to be reached at the clinical level. So cancer research, they're using AI deeply in that. Also, emergency response systems are now powered by machine learning. So you have an emergency in health, they're going in and loading up and figuring out how to respond to it quicker. So AI can be quicker analytics. So you may only have one doctor in the emergency room. So in the future, AI could cover a lot of that initial triage. AI is becoming smarter and more capable than ever. AI thinking is more like the human brain. It's becoming more and more like the human brain. Self-powered artificial vision is making AI more autonomous. So you power your vision through AI, and it becomes more autonomous. AI replacing jobs and creating new ones. So certainly, like in jobs like customer service, content modification, internal tasks that are handled by AI agents as opposed to people. Companies like Google and Meta, they're shifting over. They're shifting from their human, even outsourced human. Like, remember, there was a whole thing on outsourced to India, Philippines, etc. Well, AI learning is starting to take some of that jobs away. How's that going to affect economies? How's that going to affect jobs in the future? And what new jobs will be created instead? Who becomes the high-paying jobs of the futures? The ones that understand how to ask and point AI in the right direction, ask the right questions. So, and then also companies like Apple and Google, they're figuring shortcuts on their apps to be AI driven. AI can handle new web tasks like booking trips. AI pioneers launched Law Zero to ensure AI safety and ethics. So companies are diving into new safety concerns, new app concerns, etc. All this being driven by AI. And so what does it mean for us? What does it mean for you? I know, I think about that a lot. What is AI? Will it be a part of my future, and can I use it now? I certainly use it for a lot of tasks. I'm taking this AI learning course that's teaching me a lot about AI, and so I use it. I use it daily for oftentimes I'll use it for email. Like if I have a complex email topic, I'll ask it to analyze and then help me come up with responses. I'll use AI to help me generate solutions in my business. I'm a home builder, so I had a client who wanted to make some changes in their bathroom. It was a pretty tight space, and so I took the plans and I popped it into ChatGPT 4.5, and I said, listen, look at these plans. The owner wants to have a double vanity, toilet, walk-in shower, and soaker tub, plus a walk-in closet. So here's the space. Can you rearrange it? And so very quickly, not only did it rearrange it, but it offered to make a sketch. And so something that could have taken me hours or a long time, this was done in a matter of minutes. And so figure out what you're in and how AI can help you, improve your game. So also, the more personalized and efficient online experience through AI, and increase your risk of job loss, especially to younger workers. So by embracing this technology, you can kind of isolate yourself from younger workers coming in and taking over. How can it fit into your job? How can it fit into your retirement, etc.? So on the Bitcoin front, we know that the ETFs have outpaced. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF is the fastest growing ETF in history, outpacing gold, outpacing other ETFs. And now there's a plethora of ETFs, popping up all over the place. And so it's making it easier for institutional investors, institutions to invest in cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin especially. I'm a big advocate for Bitcoin. And so, these ETFs are gobbling up supply. There's only a fixed finite daily supply of Bitcoin, and ETFs, companies, and now soon nation states are gobbling up that capacity. So it's driving this scarcity is becoming a pressure cooker. So the more people coming in, the more institutions coming in, the more stable, the less volatile the asset will become, and it'll just keep stair-stepping its way up. So these ETFs are a game changer. It's easier access for investors now. They don't have to hold their own keys. I'm a big advocate for holding your own keys, hodl it. Some people say if it's not your Bitcoin, if you don't own your Bitcoin, it's not your Bitcoin. So what that means is that you hold your own keys. Maybe you download it offline into a hard wallet, that kind of thing. It's also becoming a national treasure, a national asset. So there's lots of legislation that have been going through the House and the Senate that are creating rules around cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, but also this talk about building a national Bitcoin reserve, where the federal government, the United States, would buy 1 million of its 1 million coins, which is 121 part of the supply, and so maybe even more. So this consistent buying by nation states, ETFs, companies, that's only driving the scarce asset up. Let's see, institutions are loading up, and like MicroStrategy, companies like that, they are now not only buying and owning and holding Bitcoin, but they're selling other derivatives on top of it, like bonds, zero coupon bonds and stocks, that kind of thing. So they're raising capital at very low cost, pushing it off to the future to pay, and then they're owning and stacking more and more Bitcoin. And what this is more and more institutional capital is dropping on top of this scarce asset, called Bitcoin, and it's driving and fueling everything else. This year we haven't even got into the altcoin phase, where altcoins start, where the average person starts going in and saying, oh, I can't afford Bitcoin, let me buy some other coin. We haven't even hit that phase this year, so that's coming. So where are we at? Bitcoin has been floating between 100 and 110, 111 for a couple weeks now, and regardless of what's happening in the news, it's just steadily bouncing back and forth. Today it's somewhere around 105,000, and the last time I talked, I said, could we go down in the 70s or up through 90s? Well, we busted through the 90s, over 100, and we've been stabilized over 100. Looks like 100,000 is the new floor, and we're bopping up and down. So I'm thinking, from what I'm reading, some sort of target quickly over 112 to 115, and then maybe close to 200 by the year end is what a lot of my research is showing up. I mean, I don't do leverage stuff, I don't do any of that. I just slowly buy a little bit here and there, just consistently, and hold it. And so that's kind of my strategy. There's lots of conferences that you can go to. I think there's one coming up in Prague and DC, that kind of thing. So lots of conferences you can add. They had a big one in Las Vegas, super good. If this is not a regular topic of yours, I would recommend that you spend some of your time investing in understanding AI and Bitcoin, what it means to you, your family, your legacy. It's still early. People say, oh, is Bitcoin overpriced? And I just say that's not true. I mean, I think one day, a Satoshi could be worth $1, which would drive Bitcoin way up like 40 or 50 million a coin. So it's early. Don't bet the farm on anything. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research. That goes with anything I say. Do your own research, check it out for yourself, and yeah, so get stacking, get buying those Satoshis. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video today. I hope may the Lord bless you, may the Lord keep you, may the Lord's face shine upon you and give you peace. And for today, I hope you enjoyed this walk. I pray that God is blessing you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.